Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1969 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today's matchup features the Seattle Pilots versus the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. On the mound for the Pilots today is Jerry Stephenson, whose record is 2-1 with a 4.30 ERA. And pitching for the Yankees today is Al Downing, whose record is 7-4 with a 1.78 ERA. Well, okay, so we've lost 6 in a row, and these last 5 games have been absolutely horrible. We've given up at least 10 runs in every game but one where we gave up 9. I think we just have to accept that at this stretch of the season, we are going to really struggle with our pitching. Our bats haven't been great either, but we have a history of at least scoring like 3, 4, 5 runs and giving our pitchers an opportunity to actually keep us in the ball game. But having said that, we just haven't had any luck with our starting pitchers, and it's kind of sinking us right now. We did just have the draft yesterday, so let's take a look here real quick at who we drafted in this 1969 draft. All teams, my team. Okay, so there's our 6 rounds of drafting. There were so many players that could have been drafted. I don't know why it stopped at 6. But our number 1 overall pick, I think we did pretty well. We drafted Dennis Leonard, as you can see here. He's got a great endurance. That's going to be very valuable to our team. Not much of a fastball, although that is his best pitch. He's only 18 years old, so, he's going to take some time to develop. I wouldn't be surprised if I bring him up as a September call-up and give him a chance to pitch. Second round, we picked up Dave Parker, one of my personal favorite players from the 70s, a player that I think should be in the Hall of Fame. I've said that many times. He's got a great outfield arm. His ratings don't show it just yet, but as he develops, I'm sure we'll see some good ratings here in the outfield. Great contact hitter. He does and will develop power. He actually had a pretty good eye as well. So, again, these are 18-year-old ratings, not the ratings of a seasoned veteran. So he'll grow into better ratings. Number 3, third round, is Dick Ruthven. Things were getting really thin at this point, and we definitely needed to draft another draft another quality starting pitcher is what I'm trying to say. And Dick Ruthven was the best of what was available. Not a bad pitcher, actually, in his own right. As you can see here, his endurance is 77, so we can get 6, maybe 7 innings out of him when he fully develops. The rest of the stuff, it's hard to say. It shows him as a 2-pitch pitcher, a fastball and a curveball. What more can you ask for, really, from any pitcher? So he was our 3rd round draft pick. And then we drafted arguably the best defensive catcher of this era. Yes, I'll probably give the nod to Johnny Bench in technical terms. But Jim Sundberg was well known as being an incredibly good defensive catcher. If he hits, great. If he doesn't, I'm okay with that too. The defensive ratings don't indicate that he would be a good defensive catcher in this game, but he's 18 years old, and I hope those stats will develop into what he would eventually become, which is pretty solid catcher. Then we drafted in the 5th round Mitchell Page. Mitchell Page is listed as a designated hitter. He was never very good defensively. And if you go to Mitchell Page's baseball reference page, you'll see that the DH spot was the position that he most played in Major League Baseball. So now that we don't have a DH until 1973, so by the time that Mitchell Page develops, the DH position will be around. So Mitchell Page, great speed, potentially a leadoff hitter for us in the future, but only a DH. And then with our final pick, we took Greg Pryor, utility guy, primarily a third baseman. And, at that point, there was really nothing much to choose from. So no problem there with Greg Pryor in the 6th round. So that was our draft for the 1969 draft. It kind of popped up out of nowhere. It was like a pop quiz at the end of yesterday's ball game. I don't know why it says the amateur draft is June 9th when it actually occurred after the game on the 8th. But here we are on the 9th. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. We have had 11 new subscribers in the last 12 days. So thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. If you're unfamiliar with what we're doing here, this is a Seattle Pilots what-if scenario where we're saying, what if the Pilots stayed in Seattle and did not move to Milwaukee because they weren't able to afford to keep the team in Seattle at that time. So what we're going to do is, after this season is over, the first season of the Pilots, we're going to keep them in Seattle. We're going to give them a better stadium, and we're going to try to build that team. So what that means is the Milwaukee Brewers will not exist until the Seattle Mariners would have come into play in the 1977 season. So there you have it. That's the plan. Okay, we have Jerry Stephenson on the mound. He's making another attempt at start. All of our pitchers are available, but Dick Bates, who was horrible. Our bullpen yesterday was terrible. Okay, and then our lineup, we're playing against Al Downing, who leads all of baseball in ERA right now. He clobbered us one other time. He is a lefty, so we have our lineup in there. Versus lefties, we're going to give our third baseman, Rich Rollins, the day off, and our first baseman, Darren Johnson, the day off. So Van Kelly will play his natural position, which is third base. Then Mike Hegan will move over to first. So that's the plan. Don Bosch out there in right field today. Okay, let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the Seattle Pilots. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Gary Sutherland. Batting second and catching is Jerry McNertney. Batting third in right field is Don Bosch. Batting cleanup in center field is Tommie Agee. Batting fifth in left field is Danny Walton. Batting sixth at first base is Mike Hegan. Batting seventh, playing third base, is Van Kelly. Batting eighth at shortstop is Fred Stanley. And the pitcher Stephenson in the ninth spot. Okay, let's take a look at Al Downing. We did a deep dive on him last time we played the Yankees, so we don't need to go there again. We will give you the rundown here, though. He is making his 15th start, 7-4 with that 1.78 ERA. That is incredible. 95 strikeouts in 101.1 innings pitched. Opponents are batting 190 against him. He's got 3 complete games and 2 shutouts. Fastball topped out at 89 miles an hour. He's a 4-pitch pitcher, with the fastball being his best pitch, and a good secondary pitch with the slider. Overall, an 88. The 27-year-old lefty must have just signed an extension, right? Because he's on the hook until 1974. Let's look at his log. Seattle, yeah. So, oh wow, we beat him. This is back when we were playing really well, clearly. He went 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 3 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. But we did get the victory that day, so very cool. Let's take a look at the Yankees defense. Solid all the way around, everywhere. Is everyone back in the normal position? Yeah, all the regular players are back in there today, so. Okay, here we go. Gary Sutherland leading off against Al Downing. And Sutherland popping it up, ground out. I mean, I couldn't even see where the ball went. That was a really weird way to start off the ball game, but it looks like it was a ground out to third. So 1 down. Next man up is Jerry McNertney. 3-1 count. Did he get all of it? Come on, get out of here. No, it's going to fall short of the wall for out number 2. That will bring up Don Bosch with 2 down. Bosch getting a chance to bat. Versus lefties, he does hit lefties pretty well for the most part, batting .289. And he skies it into foul ground on the first base side, which looks like it got into the stands. But a 1-2-3 inning for Downing. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Yankees lineup rundown. Batting leadoff in center field is Dick Simpson. Batting second, playing third base is Bob Bailey. Batting third and catching is Thurman Munson. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Tony Solaita. Batting fifth in right field is Bobby Murcer. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Ron Hansen. Batting seventh in left field is Roy White. Batting eighth at second base is Horace Clarke. And batting ninth is the pitcher Al Downing. Well, here's our victim today. It is Jerry Stephenson making his 4th start. 2-1 with a .430 ERA. 52 strikeouts in 52 1/3 innings pitched. That's why we put him into the starting rotation, and yet he has not blossomed. Opponents batting .227 against him. You go right to the log, and you'll see here that in his 3 previous starts, he's gone 4 1/3, 7, and 4 1/3. And 4. He's giving up 4 runs in each, and walking, his fair share. So, I mean, he has not been good, and it's not like he's playing world beaters either. Last place team, a decent Senators team, and the White Sox, who, when he pitched against them, were doing pretty poorly. So, all right, so there's Jerry Stephenson. Let's take a look at the defense today for your Seattle Pilots. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, we do have Danny Walton out there in left, and that's because we moved Hegan to first, which is his best position defensively. We're giving Darren Johnson the day off. We may as well bite the bullet, give some of our other players opportunities to start, because we are not going to win this division like we maybe thought we might in April. So, okay, here we go. Dick Simpson leading off against Jerry Stephenson, striking him out. There we go. 9 pitches it took, but Simpson strikes out swinging. So 1 down. Next man up is Bob Bailey. 2-2 count to Bailey, and Stephenson strikes him out. I really love Stephenson, but maybe he's just a 4-inning pitcher. We can't push him, I don't think. As Munson, the catcher, flies out to left. As Walton makes the catch. 1-2-3, go to the top of the second. No score with Tommie Agee leading off, followed by Walton and Hegan. Ground ball up the middle from Agee. Play made by the shortstop Hansen, so 1 down. 4 in a row now for Downing. Here's Danny Walton getting the spot start. Scorches it past the second baseman for a base hit, so there's the first hit for the Pilots today. There's Danny Walton standing on first. Now we got 2 lefties coming up versus Downing, the left-hander. We scooted Hegan down in the lineup as he pops out to second. Now leave it up to Van Kelly. Kelly batting .083 versus lefties, but we had to give Rich Rawl a day off. He was listed as tired, and Kelly, a pretty hard hit grounder to third, and that will do it. So we at least got to hit that inning, go to the bottom of the second. Here is Tony Solaita leading off. Solaita batting .197 versus right-handers. Slow roller down to Van Kelly. Tossing him out, 1 down. Next man up is the great Bobby Murcer. Murcer, ground ball, base hit through the infield into center field for the first hit for the Yankees. So runner on first. We've got Ron Hansen up. I was thinking about, is it possible that he might bunt here? But I think it's actually more likely that Murcer might steal second. Guess we'll find out. Full count. And he strikes him out of that screwball. That is like an impossible pitch to hit in this game. Look at how he lined that up right in the strike zone there. At the lower end of the strike zone. Good job by Stephenson. He's got 3 Ks today. He is due to walk somebody, though. Here we go. Full count. Yeah, there's the walk. I mean, it's so predictable. I mean, and I can't even be mad about it anymore. Like, I'm the one that's the glutton for punishment. And, you know, I want to put on an entertaining spectacle here for all of you. But ultimately, I know that it's a fruitless endeavor. I almost said adventure. It is an adventure. As Clarke lines out to right. So we're going to the top of the 3rd inning. No score. Good job by Stephenson getting out of that, though. Here we go with Fred Stanley. Stanley had a good game yesterday until he committed the error. Maybe had a chance at being player of the game. Hits a fly ball into right center field. I don't think we've hit the ball hard once yet. As Jerry Stephenson, 0 for 8 on the year. Here's the opportunity to get his first hit. Oh, there we go. Stephenson gets a base hit into center field. And that is probably the most unpredictable thing that is going to happen today. We're going to hit and run here with Gary Sutherland. Not something he does great, but maybe we put the ball in play. Something exciting could happen. A base hit to right field. Good job by Sutherland. Stephenson going to 3rd. Good hustle by the pitcher. And now we've got something going here. Look at the outfield ratings, though. A sac fly with the pitcher on 3rd is not a guarantee that a run's going to score. But that is what we are going to request. We have to play small ball. It's our only chance, so let's see if McNertney can get it to the outfield. He does! In fact, it's a base hit to right field. Wait, is it? Yes, it is. We're going to send the runner to 3rd. Yes, we do. And Sutherland safe at 3rd base. So McNertney, he still leads the team in RBI. Who would have thunk it? He makes it 1-0 Seattle on the base hit to right field. Okay, so 1st and 3rd. Hey, well, let's sacrifice again. Let's go for another sacrifice fly. Better chance with Sutherland on 3rd. And a wild pitch goes around. I mean, that's cheesy as hell, but we'll take it. And now we just let Bosch take a cut. He's got a 1-0 count, 2-1 now. And he goes to right field with it. That'll move McNertney to 3rd, at the very least. So, 2 in, runner on 3rd for Tommie Agee. I'd bet a baseball card he'd strike out here. Nope, he's going to hit a fly ball to center field. Okay, well, I think we got to feel pretty good about ourselves getting those first 2 runs on the board. We go to the bottom of the 3rd with Al Downing leading off. Downing, 071 hitter. Strikes out, 4 Ks for Stephenson, looking good. 3rd inning only, though. I don't know if we're going to get him to the 5th. And another strikeout is Simpson. He struck out twice today. That pitch was a 1.5 foot outside. So now it is 2 down for Bob Bailey. Can we strike out the side? Bailey struck out first time up. No, 0-1 count. He goes to right, line drive, and it is caught by our right fielder, Bosch. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. Danny Walton leading off. Walton got the game started with a single. And a line drive to 3rd. Caught by Bailey. 1 out. It's going to bring up Mike Hegan. Hegan strikes out, something he does often. He's really only in there for defensive purposes today. We don't usually let him play versus lefties, but at least we can count on him in the field. And then Kelly grounds out to second. So 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Stephenson at 57 pitches. And we're going through the heart of the lineup here. So this is going to be a test. If he can get through this, I think we can get him through 5. Here we go. Thurman Munson leading off. And a ground ball to short. Nicely done by Stanley. Going first, getting him out. 1 down. Tony Solaita walks. Okay. All right. This is one of those situations where I definitely feel like it's going to get out of hand, but all we can do is toss it up there. So here we go. Bobby Murcer, full count. Oh, he strikes him out. Okay, that's the one time the walk strikeout works in our favor. 6 Ks for Stephenson, and here is Ron Hansen. Ron Hansen, not scary, 157 hitter. Does have 4 home runs. And he strikes out that pitch. I think the umpire is calling a pitcher strike zone today. That is a 7th strikeout for Stephenson through 4. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. Fred Stanley leading off. I want to say Flat Stanley every time I say his name. Grounds out to short. And Jerry Stephenson, who got the base hit first time up, strikes out here. That's more realistic outcome. 2 outs. And Gary Sutherland, he had a big base hit last time up and a ground ball to third, and that'll be it. So that's back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. For Downing, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Now, this is where it's the bottom third of the lineup. This is where we have to keep an eye on Stephenson. I think this might be his last inning no matter what. I know he's pitching great, but I just do not trust him. Ground ball right back to Stephenson from White. That was an easy play. 1 out. Here's Horace Clarke. Ground ball up the middle. Good range there from our second baseman Sutherland. Tossing him out. And the pitcher's up. So I feel good about this inning. As Stephenson gets his 8th strikeout of Downing, we go to the top of the 6th inning. Cruising along. My apologies. Need a little drink of my Pepsi. Top of the 6th. Now we'll pull up the in-game stats. Player of the game so far probably would be McNertney. 1 for 2 with that ribby. And here he is. Let's see what he's got. Fly ball to right field. And down. That'll bring up Bosch. Bosch, a comebacker to Downing. Downing's in a groove now. That's 8 in a row. I guess technically 9 in a row because he would have had to get the last out of the 3rd. And then Agee. Ground ball to second. Okay. So, yeah, that was our 1 inning where they gave us the runs, and now we are shut down. Okay, so now we've got to keep Stephenson on a very short leash. He clearly deserves the opportunity to pitch another inning here. Dick Simpson up. Struck him out twice. There's a ground ball to second. Okay, I was totally expecting to see error. I always expect the worst. That was a full count, though. So Stephenson's pitch total almost at 100. Here's Bob Bailey, full count. A comebacker to Stephenson. And he's over 100 pitches. This will probably be the last batter either way with the lefties coming up. 3-1 count. Oh, he's going to get out of it. Pop up into foul ground, and Hegan makes the play. There we go. Great performance from Stephenson. That will be it for him. We go to the top of the 7th inning with Danny Walton leading off. Walton, ground ball to third. Only 2 walks total between the two teams. That is uncommon for the way things have gone our last few series. Hegan strikes out again, and Van Kelly hits a fly ball to center. So what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 in a row now for Downing. Stephenson coming out of the ballgame, gets his ERA under 4. We have to bring in Ron Locke, who has been great, but the last performance, if you look at his log, gave up 3 runs in 1 inning, including a home run, and he really struggled versus the lefties in that game. So we just need him to get us through these couple of lefties and on to Diego. Okay, Solaita leading off, popping it up to Sutherland. There's a 1 down. Next man up is Bobby Murcer. Murcer, nothing but screwballs, flies out to center. And that will bring up Ron Hansen. He struck out both times so far today. And a ground ball to second. Wow. Our pitchers are really coming through today. I'm impressed. We go to the top of the 8th inning with Fred Stanley leading off. Stanley 0 for 2. 3-1 count. And he lines it right at the first baseman. I thought that was going to get by him down the line to the wall, but no such luck. Ron Locke coming out of the ballgame. All right, who hits lefties well in this lineup? I mean, if they hit lefties well, they'd probably be in the lineup, right? Let's let Darren Johnson get an at bat. He's not on the bench because he was tired. He's on the bench because he sucks. But we'll give him a pinch hitting chance here. You can see against lefties as a righty, he should be crushing it, but he's got a .292 slugging percentage. So we expect nothing, and we get a line drive to right in return. That's not going to get it down there. 1 down. Again, it's been since the 3rd inning since we've been on base. Sutherland popping up. And an error by the shortstop, Hansen. Wow, that's a shocker. Okay, well, maybe they're giving us a shot here. I'm considering bunting just to get him over and giving Bosch a chance to drive in an insurance run, but we're up to, and McNertney is batting .310 versus lefties. He does have a hit and an RBI today. Ground ball to third. That's an around the horn double play. All right. So, there was already 2 outs. I can't keep track of these things. So we're going to bring in Diego Agee. And I think we are going to play this smart. Take out Stanley and bring in Don Kessinger, who is, based on his rating, considerably better defensively. There's a 95 there now. So we can maybe cover some ground over here. All right. So the right-hander Diego Agee into the game. Roy White leading off. Bottom 3rd of the lineup. And a ground ball to second. Okay. I held my breath just for a second because I'm like, maybe I should have brought in a defensive replacement for second base there, but he made the play. He's having one of his better games at second. Clarke lines it right in second. They're finding the weakness. And here's a pinch hitter for the pitcher. It is Ron Blomberg, future first designated hitter in the history of baseball. He rips it to right. Come on. Bosch making the catch. This game is moving right along. We go to the top of the 9th inning. We're up 2. Steve Hamilton is on the mound. He is their left-handed closer. 9 saves, 1 bluey. I mean, his numbers are great. despite being only a 77 rating, doesn't have a fastball. In fact, he's a knuckleball pitcher. Interesting. And a curveball. So, 34-year-old lefty is a free agent at the end of the year. Okay. Don Bosch leading off. He's 0 for 3 today. Full count. And he strikes out. Oh, come on. I guess that knuckler, it was a curveball. He set him up with the knuckler, threw him a curve. So Bosch 0 for 4 today. Here's Tommie Agee. Ground ball to third. That'll leave it up to Danny Walton. Walton's got 1 of the 4 hits. Only 5 hits combined today. As Walton goes oppo to right, where it will be caught by Murcer. So we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. This is it. We're taking out Agee. He did his gerb. We're going to bring in Mike Marshall, our closer. It's been a while since he's had a save opportunity. This is his 24th game. He's 2-1 with a 1.91 ERA. 23 strikeouts in 28.1 innings pitched. Better than that, though, is his walk total, which is very low. Opponents are betting 173 against him. He's got 12 saves, 2 blueys. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. That is his best pitch. It's an 84 rating. Overall, an 80. The 26-year-old righty is arbitration eligible next year. Okay, here we go. Now, Dick Simpson is leading off. We got 3 righties here. Simpson struck out twice today, and he's going to walk here. So there I was complimenting his command, and now he's walked the leadoff guy. We have to guard the lines with Bob Bailey up. Bailey had 2 doubles yesterday, I believe, right? 1-2 count. Oh, it's the old walk-strikeout combo. All right, now we don't need to guard the lines because that run doesn't mean anything at this moment. Thurman Munson. Ground ball. Oh, it gets past Kessinger. Come on. Right through the wickets, it looked like. Now we have real problems. Oh, man. That's the second hit. It can never be easy. Now, they should pinch run for Munson, but they don't know any better, I guess. Here's Solaita. He's a 195 hitter versus righties. 0 for 2 walk today. Sure looked like a double play to get out of it. There's a ground ball to first. Hegan knows what to do with it. And a double play will end the ball game and our losing streak as the Pilots win 2-0. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. All right, so let's take a look at the standings. There we go. We're back to 5 games back, 2 games under 500. Sure does feel better to win. Detroit's jumped over Boston, no longer in last place. Oakland's got a 3.5 game lead after relinquishing first to Minnesota there momentarily. Let's take a look at the National League. San Diego got a win. I went in yesterday, last night, even though I did not play a game, and I did all of their cards. And I noticed something interesting. Oh, rest in peace. Nate Colbert passed away, 3 days ago on the 5th. So let's give him an RIP. But pitching, Johnny Padres pitched for the Padres. I didn't realize that, but I thought I'd mention it. Holy crap. Randy Jones is 1-10 already this year. That's not good if you didn't know. Let's take a look at the headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. I also did the Houston Astros cards last night. Washington overtakes Cleveland with a 6-2 win. Zoilo Versales was shut down by the Senators pitching. Camilo Pascual threw well. Mike Epstein got a double. And that's it. Nothing else to say. Let's take a look at transactions. We got to put this all back here. All teams. shimmy on down. Okay, so we have a couple things here. Carl Morton is going to miss a month. Rookie starter for the Expos. Off to an okay start. And then the Padres, Rusty Gearhart. I couldn't find a baseball card for him, but I did find his photo. He's going to miss 109 days with a geriatric issue. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. I might play a doubleheader today. It's pretty early in the day. We do have some ground to make up. So there is the next series versus the Tigers at Tiger Stadium. And maybe I'll play another game. I think I will play another game today. I think we got to catch up a little bit. Player of the game, I am going to take it from Jerry McNertney, and I'm going to give it to Jerry Stephenson. So we're passing the Jerrys. Jerry Stephenson, great ball game, 3-1, only gave up 1 hit and 2 walks. Struck out 8 in 6 innings. We pulled him, I think, just at the right time, too. The bullpen did their job. Mike Marshall, 13th save on the season. Al Downing takes the loss. He's lost twice to us this year. He's now 7-5. Steve Hamilton pitched well. And that's it. There's nothing else to say. We're going to come back. We're going to come back later today with a second game of the doubleheader. Stay tuned. Until then, everyone, have a great day.